think this is why, you know, when you look at for a long time, you know, we were so desensitized to seeing black people being harmed and assaulted and even murdered. We was cool with it, you know what I mean? And a lot of it is because that was the representations to us on television and the movies, you know what I mean? And but so many people, the people who are woke and who can see it, are the only ones who really lash out against it and call it out, you know what I mean? But or not even that, like just in the media as well, you know, the perception and the stereotypes of black men, you know what I'm saying, and why our women feel the way they feel towards us, and how they perpetuate that stereotype, and they keep the cycle going. Well, I perceive you this way, so this is what I'm going to focus on, and what I focus on, I get more of, and it's a cycle. It's just a nasty cycle, you know. She had a granddaughter. And the granddaughter was, you know, playing with her dolls, and she had you know, she had the little toy car. I don't know. I remember what car it was. It was like a little hot rod, a little pink hot rod. You know what I'm saying? And she had the white doll and the black doll, and she you know, set the black doll on the side, and then put the white doll in the car and played with the white doll. And now, mind you, she's a black girl. You know what I mean? And you know, I saw what she was doing. I was being perceptive and cerebral about it, and I was like, "Hey, why don't we play with this doll?" She was like, "No." You know what I mean? And I'm like, and you know, that's kind of indicative of, like, you know, they call it the paper bag test, or the where they show the little video where they line the kids up. They take black kids and white kids, and then they say point at this and point at that, and what you think of this and what you think of that. I forget what it's called. It's a little test or whatever. But I was like, how, as young as she is, you know what I'm saying? Like, she already knows that, you know, where does she get this perception from that the white doll is better than the black doll, and she don't want to play with the black doll? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's things like that. It's things like that that may seem so insignificant, but really play a big part in the psychology going forward. You know what I'm saying? Venus is getting a new Barbie deal, or Venus is getting her own Barbie doll. Their father showed me how you can pour into your children and kind of manufacture greatness. You know what I mean? There's greatness in consistency. You know what I mean? And you know, their father exemplified that very much to me at a young age. I said, and not because they were girls, but because, you know, they had a loving father and they were athletes, and they were diligent at the craft, and they were pushed. A lot of greatness is kind of reluctant. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson would not be who Michael Jackson is, the Michael Jackson that we know, making stadiums faint, if it wasn't for his father. You know what I mean? The reason I think this is significant is because I never forget, my niece was in elementary school, and you know, her birthday and my son's birthday are like very adjacent. Like, but she was in elementary school, her birthday came around, and I got my son a gift, and I didn't want her to, you know, feel left out. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of guy. But yeah, I wanted to get my niece a birthday gift around the same time I bought my son his birthday gift, and just do something nice to her. You know, it's my niece. I've never, you know, I'm not used to being an uncle. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to take on the role. You know what I mean? And I remember going shopping in the toy store, or the toy department, or the toy section of whatever store I was at, and it was just so hard to find a black doll. Like, it was just like, oh my god, like, what the hell? Where the doll's at? Like, it was just so hard to find a decent looking one. Like, some of them were just so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you know what I mean? So what I had to do was, like, settle and get her, like, a arts and crafts set type thing where she could, like, make her own beads and wristlets and make her own little diamonds and jewelry and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just had to throw something together. You know what I'm saying? Make her happy. You know what I mean? But it just struck me that, dang, like, it's that hard to find a decent toy for a young black girl. Like, really, this is what we want? This is what we doing? Like, what the hell? What's going on? You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm an 80s kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby and an 90s kid. So action figures were my thug fizzle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not play around. But, you know, I bought him a LeBron James action figure. You know what I'm saying? And he still plays with it to this day. You know what I mean? I don't know how long ago I bought it, but he still plays with it. So I think that's pretty dope. I remember when I was a child, the RoboCop movie came out. You know what I'm saying? And like, the RoboCop movie came out, and my mom bought me the action figure. Of course, I'm being so nostalgic right now. But I remember you could take off the helmet on the RoboCop toy. You know what I'm saying? I'm dating myself. This is terrible. But you could take off the helmet on the RoboCop toy, and I remember on my way to school one day I lost the helmet. I didn't want the toy at all. I was good because you know, the RoboCop character is a white character, but I only played with I remember I only played with helmets. I only played with action figures that had helmets or masks, because, you know, then it was easier for me to picture myself as that character in my childish imagination. And so because the toy did not look like me, I didn't want to play with it. Now imagine if that was my only toy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have been asked out. So it's these kind of simple, you know, child level things where representation becomes so important. You know what I'm saying? It becomes terribly important. So me as a young boy not wanting to play with my RoboCop action figure because it didn't look like me. Wait a minute. Oops, my fault. Not wanting to play with my RoboCop action figure because it didn't look like me. Imagine a young black girl, you know what I'm saying, not having any dolls to play with. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? We can't have that. You know what I mean?